Hello, I'm Christine. Welcome to Book Talk. Today we are discussing the November Booksplosion Book of the Month, Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and KRISTOFF. Oh my god, this is one of the most unique, differently styled stories I've ever read. It was so cool. It's hard to get across how cool it was to read. Let me just show you how cool the book is. Look at that. Look at it. Look at the pages. It's all told in transcripts, and the computer talks to you, and there's IMs between the different characters. It's amazing. It's the coolest thing. Look at this. I didn't even read the book. I listened to the audiobook, and it was still this cool. I didn't look at the visuals until afterwards. I'm looking at them now, I'm like, holy wow. But I listened to it on the audiobook, which was also cray-cray and fantastic. It was like listening to one of those radio shows before there was television. There were all the sound effects, and there were different actors. There were different ways that the voices spoke and different tones. There were so many things. It was a production. It was a piece of art, the Illuminae audiobook. As is the physical Illuminae book. And I got to the end of it and it was like, end of book 1, the Illuminae files. What? I didn't know this was gonna be a series. It ended on an end, so it was like, oh, that was nice. But then there was something that alluded to more, and then the next book's gonna be more. Oh my god. I'm so excited, and I ended up enjoying this much more than I expected to by just seeing it, you know? Because when you just see it on the shelves, you're like, oh yeah, this looks really cool. But it doesn't look as cool as it actually is. It's in the future, when we live on different planets. There was a terrorist attack on this one planet, and 2 ships escaped with refugees on them. One military ship was able to come and help them to try to get them out of there. So there's 3 ships. They're escaping, and the terrorist ship is after them to finish them off because they don't want word to get out that they attacked this planet. They want this to stay under wraps because it's this big corporation that attacked this planet. And it's all crazy and cool. The main character that we follow is Katie, who the whole time I thought was Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and I opened the book and it's like K-A-D-Y. Caddy! I'm gonna call you Katie. Anyway, Katie is this master computer hacker, and when the terrorist attack on Karenza, which is her planet, happens, she had just broken up with her boyfriend and she ends up trying to escape with him in her car, and they both manage to escape the planet, but they end up on different ships. So they have to communicate via text message, and I just love how half the book, all the book, so much of the book is different characters communicating via text. So when they're talking, they say things like shrugs, sighs, like we do when we're typing, and it's just, I love that. The whole thing was action-packed and so tense, suspenseful around every corner, but if you're looking for something totally different and space future-y, with young, relatable characters, and there's a love line, Katie and Ezra, will they or won't they make it? The ships are usually able to warp jump to other jump places, to other planets or areas of the galaxy, I guess, and that part of the ship was damaged during their escape. It's like 8 months to the nearest station, and they only have so much food and so much water, and there are a lot of people on these ships. Lots of politics, lots of war, lots of hacking. There's a supercomputer named Aiden. Really, really fun stuff. I'd give Illuminae a 94%. I'm not sure whether to give it 4 stars or 5 stars because I think it's a 5-star book. It's just that I had to read it in short blips, which made it 4 stars for me. You know, it's that adulting thing, that immersing yourself in the book. It gets 5 stars on content. It gets 4 stars on my personal enjoyment because I wasn't able to binge read it. I recommend binge reading it or listen to the audiobook because damn, it was awesome. There are like some super creepy moments in the book and just and super intense. You just have to listen to it. If you're gonna listen to the audiobook, I'm actually an Audible affiliate and I have a link down in the description. If you sign up using my trial, you get your first book for free, which is awesome. There were definitely Titanic vibes, but very high-tech, high-risk space Titanic vibes. It's also definitely Walking Dead vibes. Lots of different vibes mashed into one spectacular kick-ass book. That's it for the non-spoilery section. So if you haven't read the book, you should leave at this point because I'm gonna go into some feels, some spoilery feels to discuss with the people who have read the book. Okay, I don't know why I started talking in an accent. I believe the authors are from Australia. Bye non-spoileries. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, so this audiobook, you guys, did anyone else listen to the audiobook? For real, like when those people died and the listing off the names and all of the sound effects, the war sound effects, the sound effects at the end. When Katie was in the ship alone with Aiden and the Phobos people were after her and they're like, little birdie, and it was coming in over the loudspeakers, breaking up over Aiden. Oh my god, it was so creepy and so fantastic. Applause to the whole crew behind that audiobook because there was a whole crew behind that audiobook. You guys kick some ass. I didn't take many notes because I was listening to the audiobook on the go. I just moved for the second time in a month, so a lot of audiobooking it up. I love the IMs between Erza and Katie. I love how we found out about Katie's mom. We thought she was alive for so long, and Katie kept avoiding the subject when Erza brought it up. Like, oh, how's your mom? Oh, how's your mom? And we knew something was up, but we didn't realize that she was dead, and that was really sad, and I love how it was revealed. I love the Irish guy, the Scottish guy who, oh, you didn't hear it if you didn't listen to the audiobook, but there was a Scottish guy who would transcript what he was seeing on the monitors when Katie was breaking into places. Like, she climbed up to the top of one of the rooms and put a splicer on so she could hack into the computers more efficiently. Like, he dictated that, and he was really funny. My biggest holy shit moment was when Katie escaped from Hypatia. She gets on Alexander, and we're like, yeah, she's gonna rescue Erza. This is just like Titanic. She's going from room to room being like, Erza, 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 where are you? I'm here. And I'm like, oh, Titanic. I love Titanic. I'm a huge Titanic fan, so obviously that's what my mind jumps to first. And of course, before that, he'd have been like, don't you dare come over here, Katie. Don't you dare. Just like Rose. She gets off a lifeboat twice to go back on a sinking ship. And that's very much what Katie did. That poor girl. I literally collapsed with her when, not literally collapsed, I was walking around unpacking my new apartment, and she got to the part where we realized that Aiden had fucking tricked her onto getting onto the Alexander to help him, and Erza wasn't there at all, and then he was dead. Oh my god. She has no one else, and she was here to save that one person, and he was gone. It was crippling. I just staggered backward and stood there like, listening with my headphones. I couldn't believe it. It was so sad. From that point on, I was just like, I've kind of checked out because I was here to save Erza, and now we can't even do that. Yeah, we're all noble, we're gonna save the Hypatia, stop the Lincoln from coming to get them, but Erza, man! I was there for them! I was there for the love story. I wanted them to see each other again. And I believed that he was dead. I remembered him getting off to like cheers and such off of the thing. But then we don't know if he escaped and it was ejected from the Hypatia Bay because he might be carrying Phobos. I thought that he was dead, for sure. I thought this was gonna be a tragic story because I didn't know there was more than one book. So that really changed things for me. If I had known that, maybe I wouldn't have thought that Katie was gonna die, but I legit was like, wow, she's gonna die. This is Titanic, except for Rose dies too. You know, she's on her piece of wood. Jack already left her. She already let go. This is so sad. I mentally crumpled into a ball in the corner as soon as we found out that Erza wasn't here. And then on top of all this, Lincoln is coming to kill us. There's the Phobos virus, 1,000 now zombie people. It's worse because zombies can't talk and track you. These Phobos people, they're kind of there. They can wield weapons. Now we got the whole concept of Aiden. Supercomputers creep me out to no end. We have movies like Eagle Eye and iRobot. I don't like the idea that a supercomputer can make decisions to kill us. That was horrifying. We know from all of our Aiden chapters that he's a computer that has started to develop feelings in a way. He was kind of falling in love with Katie. They're friends now? I don't know what that relationship is gonna be like in book 2. Is there a love triangle between Katie the computer and Erza? I don't know. I love the insertion of classical music in with the fight scenes and the super intense death scenes. And then at the end, we finally learned about Erza's mom. Erza's mom was the one who directed the terrorist attack on Corinza in the first place. And I guess she didn't know where her husband and son were at the time. And then she found out eventually. Erza's alive. That moment when Erza comes into the hospital area where Katie is at the end, I had all the tears. I thought that they were both gonna die. I was so convinced that this was a tragic love story. We're gonna die for the good of the people, for the good of the Hypatia, and our story was gonna be told, and there were gonna be monuments of Katie. And no, they're alive. They live on to tell their tale and keep fighting. Really, really enjoyed it. I love to hear your favorite part. My favorite part, I think it was definitely the end. I love the showdown with Jong and Katie when she's on the Alexander and she finds him hacking away at Aiden. And we think that he's still there. We think that he's not infected, but it turns out he actually is. I'm gonna kill you too after this because I can't let you live. So motherfucking creepy. That whole sequence was great. I loved it. Excellent. Excellent. Please share your favorite parts, your thoughts on the book, your thoughts on the audiobook. I'm Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. All my social media links are in the description. I'm at XTINEMAY on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!